Welcome to another episode of my Motortown playthrough. Today we are back doing a bit of bus driving again. And what can I say? My plan for today was to actually show off a new taxi UI. However, listen, this is a full bus. Okay, now a few people have gone off, but for the most part, this thing is still pretty packed and I can't just abandon it. This is going pretty well right now, so yeah. I'm going to take this over to Seong-sang and then we are going to get into the taxi and take a look at the new UI, which has been introduced with the whole Gwen Jin update. And it seems like the devs are actually doing more of that kind of stuff now, just overhauling a few older jobs, or at least to some degree. I mean, the taxi UI is definitely a nice addition and it should be especially useful in multiplayer. But when it comes to an overhaul, I think that would be a whole nother story. But it's nice that we get some additions to the older jobs again, showing them some love. I think that's gonna be really amazing for the health of the game in the long term. After all, while it has a lot of things going for it, there's a lot of different jobs to do. Not all of them have the same amount of depth. So adding some more stuff to them is definitely going to help out. And from what I've seen currently, they are doing something to improve the bus driving job. I have no idea what exactly that's going to be. There is a card on the trailer which is currently in progress, but it's basically without any details. I took it upon myself to make a thread on the Discord giving some suggestions, stuff that has been talked about in the past, and hopefully some gets picked up, but I don't know. No idea right now what the scope of that entire thing is, and most likely they already know what they want to do. So we'll have to see what comes out of it, but I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, we're almost at the terminal. I might actually go to the school and then come back to the terminal. It's a custom route that loops back around. And yeah, I think that should make me a decent amount of money and also clean out the bus to some degree. And yeah, a few people over here already. We should have seen the Jeju terminal. That's like absolutely full.
Hello.
All of the people joining now should be going to the school, and yeah, a few more of them appearing over here. So let's see. Also another thing that I want to reiterate upon, and that's also a reason why I'm making this video. I've always talked about taking a break, and well, what can I say? It didn't always really turn out the way I intended. I took a few days off the game where I really just wanted to stay away from it, play something else just to reinvigorate my interest in it and come back and just have more fun with it in general.
Thank you.
Okay, only two people got off there. But yeah, that was really just a few days before the Gwen Jin update dropped, so yeah, I always said I would be coming back to any update or if there's a racing event or something like that happening, and I still want to do that. But I think at this point, as a general rule, I'm moving a bit away from the whole regular Motortown video updates and all of that. Or just making videos about the game in general, just regular playing. I'm still gonna be doing some of it, but it's gonna be maybe a bit more sporadically. So right now I'm intending to take a bit of a break away from it, maybe a few weeks or a month or something, somewhere in that time frame, unless something happens. And once I come back, maybe I mean, I will definitely show the new stuff, but maybe also just a few episodes playing around with it, Maybe going back to older content for a while, maybe not. But that's gonna be,
Hello.
yeah, a bit less planned out,
Hello.
if that makes any sense. And the bus is still full. I think I can keep this going for very long. Maybe at Lido terminal we might be getting rid of enough people, but right now this is too good to pass on it. I swear we are going to do some taxi driving today. But I'm also a bit greedy. I want to make more money so that if a major amount of new content arrives with the next update, then I should be able to get it right away, be able to show it all off and not just fall short of it. I mean, there are still also a few trucks and such that I haven't bought yet. But all in due time. By the way, right now there is a very good way to make money by buying a matey, bringing some logs over to the lumber mill down here, and then taking the matey and the what is it again, the planks, and delivering that to Guanglin Town Construction. Because right now what you can do is actually shortcut through here, connect back over here. So this is all flat. There's already a road planned out, and I have seen some stuff on the Trello that suggests that maybe next update there's actually gonna be a road here, so this exploit won't be there forever. But yeah, right now you can drive your matey across here and do the entire thing here, come around, and you make around 200k for 3 planks. Given that the matey is pretty much suffering under that load, it's I think like 15 ton. Yeah, I think it's 5 ton per bunch of planks. And I've done this once. I was considering to maybe make a video about it, but for me, honestly, this was punishment. So I don't really care about that. The reason why it's very efficient right now and won't be in the future is that right now there's no road here. So the game calculates the profit according to the long way around, and of course you can just save a lot of time here with very little risk if you are somewhat careful. So yeah, if you have a matey, you may want to try it. A lot of people really like that. I didn't enjoy it that much, but it's certainly a good way of making money. But yeah, anyways, about the break, I think I talked about everything that I wanted to. And yeah, just the regular play stuff is gonna be a bit more sporadic. Happening whenever I'm in the right mindset for that and however it works out. Oops. Jesus. I was hoping I could maybe go up there not quite as steep, but yeah. I'm still sometimes having issues with the steering, with how slow it is. Let's see, can we actually pull away from here by going forward, or do we need to reverse out of here? Let's see. Turning on the engine might help, but yeah, we actually make it out of here. Nice. And we didn't even lose a comfort. Okay, I swear, I'm gonna make it back to Jeju City, and that's gonna be the last stop on that way. I hope some end of the line bus stop can be added with that. I had a whole idea about not only have... I mean, some people have suggested already that you should be able to tell all of your bus passengers to get off the bus at some point, so that you can just despawn the entire thing and not run into the same trap as I have right now. But also, it would be nice if you could set up some end of the line bus stops and maybe even give a bus line a different name afterwards for the display and everything. It would be realistic because in real life, at least here in Germany, bus drivers very often they do a certain route which is usually a point to point, and at that point once they arrive at the destination, first up return trip would have a different name, at least slightly, or a different number as it's being used here. And some buses would just be going onto a completely different journey altogether afterwards. And so on and so forth until they do a full loop. And doing something like this would not only be cosmetic in this game, but with an end of the line bus stop you could also ensure that just everybody would need to get off. So it would be really tactical in that way. For example, I have a lot of different kind of loops packed into one route when it comes to the different cities here. So I think the Jeju multi-loop is just, it's always coming back to the terminal, but it's doing like 4 or 5 rounds, just doing 5 to 8 stops, coming back to the terminal, then doing another 5 to 8 stops and doing the entire thing until it's done everything in the city, until every single bus stop in both directions is covered. And if you maybe on loop 2 get somebody who wants to get off on a bus stop on loop 7 or something, well, right now they would just be sitting in the bus for the entire journey, and with an end of the line bus stop you could force them to get off at the terminal if you set that as the end of the line for every single return loop, and then once you come back for the correct loop then they get on again. And they're not just blocking a seat on the bus for the entire time, potentially not allowing other people to get on in the meantime. It's a bit complicated to explain, but I think it would be really nice. Also for stuff like my... I have this whole bus that goes around the different terminals with a few minor stops in between. A few major stops in between, but only stopping every now and again. So more of an express route, not every single one. And it also goes to Gappa. And it actually does this thing in a way where it goes around Jeju Island clockwise, then it goes to Gappa, and then it does Jeju Island counterclockwise and goes back to Gappa. Once again, the bus is still full, but I'm just gonna despawn it now. I think I've had enough here. I wanted to show off taxi, and I mean, I could leave a bus here and continue later. Yeah, that might be worthwhile. We're not gonna get any time bonus anymore, but at least it's still a full bus with comfort free. So that's still worth a lot. So yeah, when I take the bus to Gap, it would be really nice to just have an end stop at Gappa, so that people who maybe want to go from Gangyang to Jeju would instead just wait there until I come back and actually do the thing without going to Gappa, because at that point I really only want the people going here that want to get off at Gappa, and I want to have enough space in there for people to join there and not have a full bus go there. Maybe 2 people get off, the rest are waiting for another stop, and then basically nobody can enter the bus here, making the entire thing kinda useless. Anyways, enough about bus driving. Let's talk about taxi. So we can now go into the whole thing here with not only a full list on the different taxi passengers available, and I think what's happening here is that the one that we have marked out here is actually reserved for us, so nobody in multiplayer can now get the same guy and snatch it away from us. They would be choosing another guy and be going to them. So there's less of a conflict and less of, gotta go there fast and compete against all the other drivers. So that's a bit more social instead of competitive. And what I see here now, any, let's see. Must not. Oh, this is brilliant. So the good thing about this is that we can now really choose what kind of passenger we want. If we only want urgent passenger, we say must be urgent. And we say must not be comfort passenger because with a lot of faster cars, they are so snappy in the corners that you will just automatically lose comfort all the time. And when you have them just moan around about, be careful and all of that, who wants it for a 15-minute drive? So we can now definitively say we do not want comfort passengers if we don't. But we can also say that, hey, maybe I don't care about comfort. Give me the list with as many as you can. And we can also say we definitely want a certain type of passenger. The Servos that I'm driving is a pretty good all-rounder, so I could go with both and get a decent payout bonus for both. Maybe not getting everything as much as I want. Also, I'm seeing that there... Oh, wait. Oh, this is also a nice change. This is actually the route they want to go. So if I take a look at this guy, he wants to go over here. Or they want to go, I don't know how many there are. I think it also shows us if there's multiple people. Ah yeah, down here. Comfort 5, so we cannot even use that. Comfort Limo cannot do that either. So some of them are not available to us because we either don't have the right amount of seats or are lacking the limo license. I still don't really know what's the big difference between limo and not limo. It's an option for the limo to just go with a regular taxi license, but it feels like we can use the limo license to do both at the same time. So if we don't find a limo passenger, we just take a regular one. At least that's been the thing for the longest time. Don't know if that's ever changed. But yeah, we can say that maybe we want to pick up this guy. So we now accept. That guy should be now logged in for us. I don't know if anything would be changing if somebody on a server would just be coming by now and picking them up manually. Don't know if they can still do that or how that works. But yeah, overall, I think this is a really amazing tool to better plan your routes that you are going to undertake. So you can see from right away if that's a passenger that you... Don't know what happened there. If that's a passenger that you even want to transport, where they want to go, if they have the right bonus requirements for you, and all of that. And you're not gonna run into problems with other people picking up the same guy before you could get there. So yeah, pretty good step in the right direction. Still a few things that I would like to see, so while this is definitely welcome, I hope we also eventually get some rework of some other mechanics regarding taxi driving, especially top speeds on, or urgent requirements on roads with high top speeds, or high speed limits more likely. Okay, it really just wants to spin out on me. I haven't really driven this for a while. Thought we were cool, but apparently my car thinks differently. And yeah, that was definitely my bad. Was that a new voice line? I don't remember hearing that at any point. The thing that I just did, and I'm very aware of that, it so reminds me of my father. And that was something that I really didn't enjoy. It's, whenever I did something good, he always was like, yeah, well done, you have your major achievement, now do the next thing. How about you do this? How about you do that? Can't really take a breather, and I don't wanna be that guy. Like, I really don't, because I know how that feels on the receiving end. Yeah, another thing I want to talk about, I've seen some stuff on the Trello, which is currently work in progress regarding OG. And it seems like we are going to get more additions like the recent coastline road. I've seen something about a harbor town, well, that one little road connection that I just talked about earlier. And also a few other things in that regard, so yeah, could be cool. Could just really be fleshing out the road network in that area and also giving us more reasons to go down south and more stuff to do there. So that's definitely gonna be a huge improvement once we get that. And I'm definitely appreciating that we don't just get more off-road for the time being. At least the stuff that I've seen doesn't seem to be more off-roading. I wouldn't mind getting a few more things every now and again, but right now just more regular road stuff would be I think where it should be at. I gotta be a bit more careful here. They're not getting full comfort, and that's definitely on me. I'm not getting the full urgent bonus, but both together as they are right now are still worth a lot more than just either one of them on their own. Okay, let's stop here. The game has basically already chosen another guy for me, and oh yeah, I forgot I should maybe also do this real quick. That's the button that I really want to click here, so let's see. That guy is not too far away, but he also doesn't go all that far. And I think we can also just sort by distance or by pay, which should be more proportional to everything else here. Comfort 2. Okay, that guy starts all the way down there, so that's not great. That guy wants to go to Gwangjin. Yeah, not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna stay out of Gwangjin. I had my fill, but I'm good on that front. I don't mind going up to the coal mine again. I really enjoy the Jemusi Semi and trailer now that some stuff has been dialed in. I also really enjoy the Jemusi Semi and the other trailer, the logging one. So I don't really know what I want to do with the regular Jemusi. I always felt like the 2 logs that you get for going up to the oak area, that's just not really a good reward. Okay, that guy also wants to go to Gwangjin. Can we go to Oldie but not... Jesus Christ. I'm tempted, but I know that this is not a good car for that. I would maybe need to respec my Muhan, which could then also do some of the taxi driver stuff with high people count. Okay, that guy is starting there. Can I get something nearby that wants to go down south? Okay, going to Geppa, that's more like it. Yeah. And I've lost him. There he is. Maneuvering the menu is a bit iffy. If you press the wrong button, you go down over here, and going back up doesn't bring you back to where you were before. So I'm just gonna do that with the mouse right now. I think that's a bit more reliable. Also, I've apparently been holding up my own bus here, so sorry for that. just gonna be driving over there. This might be a bit of a longer video again, but hey, my fault for not only not being able to get out of a bus, but also now taking in a cab passenger. I was kind of just feeling it, so yeah. But yeah, I think the new bus UI, or the taxi UI I mean, is pretty good. Definitely helpful, and would also be helpful if I was a better driver here. And yeah, I remember a few times where I was basically just going from passenger to passenger in one of the towns and just really trying to pick out the guy that I wanted to transport, because some of them had some even not the right requirements, maybe sometimes not any requirements at all, or were just really going to a location that I wasn't happy with. So the new UI element there, it's really helping out here. Besides all of that, there's always still the question in the room about the drone. There has been the whole teaser trailer a while ago, and I've seen a checklist on Trello, but well, it's not come out yet. From what I've seen, it seemed like it should have been part of this update, but yeah, I guess they had a few other things they needed to do with that in order to get it fully up and running. So I don't mind the delay. I think that's gonna be just a useless toy anyways. I don't expect it to be like a delivery drone or something. Could be fun, but yeah. Let's see, where do I need to go here? Yeah, definitely wanna take the right-hand road there. I don't know if it has to do with speed limits or something, but yeah, just the GPS doesn't always take any of these roads. And again, what really makes this usable is the dirt road here, and for the most part, the GPS tries to keep me off that. Good luck trying, not gonna happen. Yeah, we are almost there. Curious how much time I'm gonna get for this route, but I hope I can make it. And now it's starting to rain. Perfect. Comfort Urban 7.4k, that's not amazing. 6 minutes time limit for a full bonus. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna make that. But hey, we can always try. I've seen a lot of complaints about the whole comfort mechanic and everything. But not only do I think that combining both is really sensible to make a good amount of money, given that you must have a high comfort level vehicle for that. And there sadly right now aren't that many options. And yeah, I decided to rather drive into that car instead of braking and risking to lose the comfort level here. Thankfully collisions aren't taken into account that much. But yeah, not only do I find that to be a good way of making money with taxi driving, combining both bonuses, but also just trying to be smooth is an interesting challenge in my opinion. Instead of just trying to be the fastest and all of that. I still do have Enfo Taxi, that's a good one. It's fun to drive occasionally. But I think for taxi driving, really, I prefer this one. Maybe also the Nemo, that's kind of in the same category of land boats. And I'm pretty sure I'm way too slow here. But yeah, from what I know, the urgent bonus is given, or the time bonus is calculated in terms of how long each of the roads is that you have to get on. And also, you are supposed to go a certain percentage over the speed limit here.
Be careful.
Ah, come on. Don't be such a wimp. So, that's not a problem if you go around the 70 kilometers per hour limited ring road in Jeju. But having something like this road here with 120 kilometer speed limit, yeah, getting far enough above it. I don't know how far you really need to be, but it's certainly a lot tougher, even though this is a rather straightforward thing for the most part. And especially further down south in Oji, going towards the refinery, the roads all have the same speed limit as this one here. I don't think the dirt roads do, but a lot of the other ones, maybe there's some 90 in there, but there are definitely also at least a few areas with 120, so that's cool. But with all the bends and all of that, it's really hard keeping up the speed, and even going to that speed limit in certain cars isn't that easy. So that's why some of those bonuses are impossible to catch. Okay, not braking too much, not cornering that much, and yeah, I'm definitely just taking in a lot of the scenery through the front grille.
Oh man.
Uh, that reminds me that I made a suggestion about this kind of stuff a while ago. That maybe we should be able to change the seats in the vehicles, either getting higher comfort bonus, maybe just a slightly higher comfort bonus, but also making it harder to lose it. So maybe it would be sports seats that are not that ultimately comfortable as these things that you can just sit in and sink in. But yeah, sports seats would definitely give you a better grip and everything. So maybe you wouldn't be losing comfort that quickly. Maybe you could be a bit faster around the corners, brake a bit harder, and still keep your comfort level up. So that would be cool. Although at that point the question would arise how much comfort each vehicle should have. Because in the end, if you have like this car, and you could maybe upgrade it to have 9 comfort. No, this is 5 now. If you could upgrade it by 2 to 7, or go to 6 with a bit more stability for
Oh.
your comfort passengers. Oh, shut up. Then it would still be so far ahead that for comfort it's really hard to justify getting anything else. So I think it should be a bit more even. And I think also at this point, since I kind of messed up already, I can just forget about the comfort and get
Oh man.
going. Well, that was a fail. I haven't driven this in a while, and I've also not done too much in terms of motor town recently, so yeah, it's easy to forget some of the handling. Jesus Christ. I think what's really doing it for me right now is just the torque. Trying to turn the car around. I'm not gonna even try getting back off the road, back on the road in this circumstance. Jesus. I feel like if I'm not in the right RPM range, if I'm a bit too low or something, the car just tends to get some snap oversteer and spin me around.
Oh.
At this point it's just about getting there. And yeah, that's the reaction of this car being on the dirt road already makes me not regret not going to Guangjin. I mean, that would have been way too long for this episode anyways. Okay, taking the bank turn here. I think I also readjusted the suspension a bit a while ago, making it a bit more stiff in the front, which usually helps handling for oversteering cars. Or maybe I'm just misremembering. Yeah, I don't know. It might also have something to do with recent changes to wheels, or tires more precisely, the rubbery part. Something was going wrong with tire physics that especially caused the Jemusis to misbehave, but it also had an effect on other vehicles, and maybe this might be one that drove better with that bug in place. I don't know. I should have... Well, if I expected something like this to be the case, then I really should have done some testing beforehand and right after to get the side-by-side.
Thank you very much.
As it is, this is really just, yeah, anecdotal for my inability to drive, which always has been a factor. So nothing really too much to, well, to take away from this. But yeah, this is gonna be it for me for this episode. Once again, don't expect anything else Motor Town to come out from my channel in the near future. I'll be back once something happens. But until then, I'm gonna take a break. Always a good idea to occasionally step away and not overplay it too much. And then come back reinvigorated after taking a bit of a breather. So yeah, with that being said, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Or with another video. I have a few things planned that I want to do in Railroads Online. Coming back to that after a bit of time also, yeah, gave me a bit more interest in that game again. So yeah, till then, have a good one and bye bye.